Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is going to be a drugstore makeup try-on. I got a lot of dupes in this video. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to talk about what is glitching. I suspect that the topic of glitching can be a little bit difficult to approach because, you know, we're going to talk about things that aren't supposed to happen, but sometimes do. I think it can be tricky to talk about, but we're going to try. I'm going to be starting off with the I Heart Revolution Banana Split Radiance Primer with vitamin C and E. I assume this is going to be a dupe for the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, for once I have the dupe. I actually used to buy a lot of products just for the sake of reviewing them. I've kind of stopped doing that. I don't think it's necessary. Well, it looks to me like that's not going to be quite a straight dupe. If you can see it, the I Heart Revolution one is much more, that one looks much more like Becca's. The Ole Henriksen one is a lot more yellow, but they do still both have that glow. Anyway, we're going to try on the Revolution one. Oh, excuse me, I Heart Revolution. So I like that this looks like a fairly basic primer. Oh, you guys got the PETA logo now? Or isn't PETA usually more controversial? Side note on that, I was kind of mad at myself for, I think it was my haul video where I told you guys about how I went vegan when I was young. I did not tell you the full story. It was because of PETA's website. PETA had me in tears as a kid. I was so heartbroken for those little animals. So sad. Not bad, I Heart Revolution. This is really gliding on quite nicely. Quite nicely. Yeah, I'm not going to call it a dupe for the Ole Henriksen. I'm going to call it a dupe for the Becca Backlight. It does have a little bit of stickiness, kind of like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I don't think quite to that level, but we'll see. It might help the foundation to adhere better. So Alterego sent me their Aurora palette, which I believe is a dupe for the Natasha Denona. Sunrise? Is it Sunrise? Oops, I don't buy from Natasha Denona. I feel really bad for having posted a Natasha Denona deal and hearing that quite a few of you guys had problems with your order. I felt so bad. Oh my gosh. I'm starting with the shade Flare. I'm actually going to work in reverse from the way that I typically do my eyeshadow because I think it'll work out better with Alterego's formula. This was PR, but I'm still going to be 100% honest with you. I really like I love their shimmers. When it comes to their mattes, I've had a little bit of a struggle getting them to blend out. I think because I have a heavier hand when I blend, so we're going to try a different approach today. And I really do need to apologize for the Natasha Denona situation, or at least I feel like I do. So I post deals to my Instagram page, not at the moment because I'm not buying at the moment, so there's a little tiny bit of a lull in me doing that. But over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I posted a lot of deals, one of which was the Natasha Denona deal. I heard quite a few of you guys DM'd me saying that you had issues with your order. I guess some of you got charged multiple times. I just want to apologize. I did not have any idea that that would happen. I felt like Natasha Denona is a reliable brand. So I was really shocked and disheartened to hear that all that had happened. I think most of you have received your money back by this point, but I heard it was a mess. And yeah, I really do feel guilty for it. There's a certain amount of responsibility I feel when I choose to post a deal, you know, when I choose to talk about a brand, anything like that. So, you know, again, I please know that I really feel bad. If I had known that Natasha Denona was going to have that happen, I would have never posted those deals. And guess what? We're going to kind of come back to that idea when we talk about glitches. So first off, what the heck is a glitch? A glitch is when a company makes a mistake somewhere in the programming, most likely, that allows you as a customer to get a really good deal. And I'll give you some examples here. So over Black Friday weekend, we had quite a few glitches. The FARRRR site accidentally had a 96% off deal off their, for what's it called, the UFO device. Amica had a glitch where they had 40% off all of their deals, but you could also sign up for their rewards program and then end up getting $20 off plus the 40% off so you could place a $5 order. The day after Black Friday, Ulta had 6 gift with purchase bags, and you are supposed to only be able to add 1 to your order with each, $40 purchase. However, you could add all 6. So those are examples of glitches. You know, those are incredible deals. To be able to pay $20 for a device that is, about $300 regularly, that's a glitch. There's almost become a community for these glitches. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's more so on Facebook. I don't use Facebook anymore, but I think it's mostly there. So there's really a whole world that kind of capitalizes on, the IT side of things making a mistake. I asked a source who works in IT to explain to me how this happens. For whatever reason, she doesn't want to be identified in today's video. Okay. And what I was told is, especially that FARRRR glitch. I can explain how that happens because that was my specific question. So what's supposed to happen is they were supposed to have a 50% off sale. And in order to have the website reflect this 50% off, they have to program in some kind of a multiplier to the discount. Now, what most likely happened with that one is the line of code that is supposed to say, set this to 50% off, accidentally had more than 50% there. Maybe they actually typed in accidentally 96% off. Maybe they had that code in more than once. So if you were there for this whole situation, what happened is as soon as FARRRR figured out that this was going on, they kind of shut the whole site down. And the reason they need to do that is because they need to comb through the entire code. They need to find out, where is this line? Where is the line that is multiplying this to 96% off instead of 50% off? And the time that passed before they figured out that this glitch was going on, a lot of people were able to place their orders. So now you get into the question of, well, what happens to the people who were able to get this amazing discount? The answer to that question is that it is entirely on the company to make that decision. Every company has terms and conditions on their website. They may not make you agree to them, but they are always there, and they always apply when you make a purchase. It will always, and 100% of the time, be written into the code that by placing an order, you agree to these terms and conditions. And one of those terms and conditions will always say, orders may be canceled at the discretion of the company for any reason. Some type of phrasing like that, but basically a line that says, yeah, we can cancel anything if we decide to. That line isn't just there for glitches. That line is there because, this is, now I'm way out of my element, but I know that there are people who, steal credit cards and use those, that type of thing. That goes on, and companies need to protect themselves against that. I think we can all agree on that. And that's one of the biggest reasons that disclaimer is there. It's not glitches. Nonetheless, in the case of a glitch, that line comes in handy for companies because if they decide, we can't take this kind of a loss to our company. It probably does cost them more than $20 to make and ship those UFOs. So they could easily have just said, no, we're not going to take this kind of a hit. We're just going to cancel all of the orders that come in. And they absolutely reserve that right. I sometimes see in glitches, people get a little bit too privileged in terms of, well, that's false advertising. You had the price up there. I placed the order. I deserve to get the product. No. The truth is, you only deserve it if the company decides, yeah, we're gonna go forward with this, we're gonna ship it out. So far that is these 3 shades. We're gonna go back into that crease with this pink because I want some pink in my look. In terms of what companies do, I found that for the most part, it seems like companies actually honor these glitches. And I think it makes sense. I think that they do it because, if they do honor it, it's going to be a very positive experience for the customer. They're going to feel like they really scored. They're going to have a positive opinion of the company and the product. They may post on social media about how much they love the company, how great their experience has been. Whereas if they cancel it, there's going to be disappointment. Yes, there will not be as much loss for the company, but there's going to be disappointment. However, it's entirely on the company to make this decision. Again, they have the right to cancel these orders because their terms and conditions say they can. And if this happens, not only is there disappointment, but there's often tied up funds. You know how I was talking about that Natasha Denona situation? It's the same thing. If your order is canceled and the money is returned to your account, unfortunately, it takes up to a week for that money to reappear in your account. This is the sole reason that I don't love posting glitches, because I really don't want, I know what it's like to have $50 in your bank account. If you spend it on a glitch and then it's tied up and nothing is coming, then you are now out $50 for an entire week. Nothing is coming to your mailbox. It's not a good scenario. And for other people, it's not a big deal. You know, some people have a lot more than $50 in their bank account. So, you know, I really think that glitches can be very difficult to talk about for this reason, because I don't know how much money those of you watching this have in your bank account. And again, this is why I don't like talking about glitches, because, you know, if something goes wrong, then who's the person that posted it? Me. Who are you going to be mad at? Me. So I think at the very least, for those Instagrammers or Facebook groups who do post glitches, I feel like it's very important to be incredibly clear about what a glitch is, about the fact that, you know, this isn't supposed to happen. You could get really lucky. The company could decide to send you this, or they could cancel your order and you're going to wait on getting your money back. Honesty is just too important for me. I understand there's this whole thing called glitch etiquette, where people don't tell the company because they think the company will only find out from people saying it. No, the company finds out from seeing their own numbers. The company finds out when they get, a giant surge in sales, and then they look at their profits and they go, wait a minute, why are we down if we are this much up in sales? And it doesn't matter if you post it to Instagram or not. They find out. I will never again apply alter ego mattes in the reverse order, what I consider normal order, lightest to deepest. This worked so much better. I'm going to try this JCat Stay Surance Water Sealed Zero Smudge Concealer in the shade Pearl. I think I bought way too light. I didn't know. Look at this shade. Good on you, JCat, for going really light, but I don't know if I'll be able to use this as a concealer, so we'll use this to kind of cut the crease today. We aren't done with this topic, though, because I do want to talk to you. I want to put on my tinfoil hat and talk to you guys about conspiracy theories surrounding glitches. I've heard more than one person say, do companies do this on purpose? And sometimes I wonder it. Sometimes I do. I saw a supposed glitch just a couple days ago, and it was two 30% off coupons combining, so that in the end, you don't get 60% off. You end up getting somewhere in the middle, so it was about 50% off. So I was thinking about this. I'm like, ooh, two coupon codes combining. And then I went and looked at what it was, and it was holiday sets. I'm like, wait a minute, holiday sets for 50% off, that's normal. It's a week till Christmas. That is normal. But the human brain, you guys, the human brain is so fascinating. If you can get 2 coupons to apply, is that not better than getting 1 coupon for 50% off? No, of course, it's the same thing, but it feels better because it's 2 coupons combining. So yeah, I don't know if companies necessarily plan to do these type of glitches, but I feel like sometimes they might see the actual profit coming in. If they're selling stuff at 50% off, they're still making a profit. They might see that coming in and say, you know what, let's keep that running. I'm rather enjoying the amount of profit we're making right now. And on another note, as far as Ulta glitches, those gift with purchase glitches, those cost them nothing. So gifts with purchase, any of those little mini sizes, sample sizes, Ulta and Sephora and Macy's and Nordstrom, they get those free from brands. They can give you an incentive as far as what you have to spend to get those. But yeah, they don't pay for those, so that's absolutely no loss for them. It's kind of interesting, actually. Those are really, they're PR. They're just PR in a roundabout way. Oh, and I wanted to say something else on this topic. I wanted to express how, as somebody who, I've received glitch orders, I've also received PR. I'm going to tell you honestly, that's the closest to, glitches are the closest feeling to PR, because you got an incredible deal. You kind of feel in the back of your mind that the company did you a favor, and yet this is something where we don't really have any kind of disclosure for this. So yeah, you don't have to disclose glitches, but if any of your friends are saying on Instagram, oh, this UFO thing from FARRRR is incredible, I'm so happy with it, just know that it probably feels like PR to them. We're going to crack into this Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner Flex Brush Tip. Easy line, smooth glide, no skipping. Let's see if all of that is true. Oh, by the way, I just put in my contacts if you ever wanted to very visibly see the difference between my non-contact lenses, eyes, and contacts. I've had so many funny conversations about the fact that I wear colored contacts but have light eyes. Why not? Why not? I don't see a big deal here. Oh, this sure is going better than that L'Oreal one I tried not too long ago. Man, that was a miss. Ooh. I just really feel these days that there's absolutely no reason to buy high-end eyeliner. It's one of those products that you go through and you go through quickly. You might as well find a good one at the drugstore. This is impressing me a lot. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm taking this on vacation with me. Oh, I am so incredibly pleased. All right, for mascara, I'm trying out the Essence You Better Work Length Definition Mascara, Gem Proof and Waterproof. Oh no, I bought a waterproof mascara. It comes highly recommended, so let's give it a chance. The reason I don't like waterproof mascara is I don't like struggling with the removal. I can't stand it. Do 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 do. Do you hate when people sing in their videos? I know some people do. I sing in real life constantly, and it's usually a song that is absolutely out of nowhere, but very relevant to whatever I'm doing. You know what to do with that big fat brush. Ooh, I like it a lot though. It's got great separation. That is so important for me. I cannot stand clumpy lashes. You know what? Well done, Essence, yet again. Great mascara. This is not the most volumizing, but that's not the claim on it. It says for maximal lengthening and perfect definition. Yep, you nailed it. You always have such good $3 mascaras. I'm going to be using the NYX Born to Glow. This is actually a brand new tube. Oh man, I have such complicated feelings on this foundation. It is such a beautiful finish, but this is now my third tube of this $10 foundation. I really want it to match my skin, and that's been the problem. Even if it is initially a match for my skin, every shade I've tried has turned very orange on me. I guess I shouldn't say oxidized. I think it's that it dries down, kind of like the Fenty foundation, and goes orange. But the finish is so pretty that I'm just determined to find a shade that works for me. I know a lot of people have called this a dupe for the Anastasia Luminous foundation. So, you know, again, I'm so determined, but the irony is now that I've spent $30 on this foundation, am I really cutting costs against the Anastasia? This looks so promising so far. This is the shade Warm Vanilla. It's the lightest shade I've bought yet. Let's see, 6.3. I really need you to work, foundation, because I feel like I can't give a fair review as long as the foundation is making me look like an Oompa Loompa. An Oompa Loompa with gorgeous glowing skin is still an Oompa Loompa, you know? Got the Juno sponge. I'll tell you guys my thoughts on this. So I've been using this for the past week. At first I didn't like it because it's very different from using a traditional beauty blender, but it's grown on me. I think that if you're looking to conserve your foundation, this might be a great choice for you because it doesn't suck in the foundation the same way that a beauty blender does. And I think I did say this in some video, but the Shop Miss A sponge is the worst offender. I love it, but if you are using, if you're using a very expensive foundation, or if you just don't want to replace your foundation that often, you're gonna go through it fastest with the Shop Miss A AOA sponges. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna get a gorgeous finish, but yeah, it sucks up foundation, especially if you apply your foundation from the sponge. I feel like I see so many big beauty gurus do this, and I'm just like, you lose so much foundation. That's why you always see me use a brush first. I mean, I have a lot of foundation, so I don't care too much about how much my sponge sucks up. That's not true. I do care. Sometimes I think I want to be a bougier person than I actually am. See, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. Oh, I feel like it's already darkening. I see it happening. No. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world that I got the concealer in a shade too light then? Maybe? Oh, this could end poorly. Let us hope for the best. Oh, wow. That is a gorgeous concealer, though. It's too light. I apologize. But yeah, look at how much it's going on smoothly. Are you seeing that? Some updates for you so far. So I liked the concealer kind of until I put powder over it. It got a little finicky. especially on this side. We'll see if it evens out once I give myself a little bit of a spray. But I want to try the Physicians Formula Muru Butter Glow Face Palette. This is a new release from them. I love this size. Physicians Formula. This is the perfect size. Y'all have got to take note. These giant packaging containers that you do are so awful to travel with. This, perfection. Perfection. I'll tell you what, I'm always so happy with this bronzer. It just blends so gorgeous, so beautifully. Definitely gonna take this little palette on vacation with me also. Oh, by the way, while I'm out of town, I wanna watch some of y'all's videos. Those of you with small channels, send me your videos, DM me. I'm being serious though, you know, I don't watch that many big channels anymore. I feel like, I shouldn't say this, but I honestly kind of feel a little bored by some of their content. You know, I watch YouTube because I want to be able to talk to real people, you know, interact in the comments. That's why I do that on my channel, because that's what I've wanted YouTube to be. But some of the big channels, it's hard for it not to feel like it's just all about the interactions with brands, you know, the money, the sponsorships. It starts to feel like that. I don't think that's true for everybody. And you know, one of my favorite big YouTubers absolutely always has been Emily Noel. And that's the vibe I love, and I love getting that from small channels. Oh, I should shout out some of my favorite channels. Raw Paint Blog. You can tell she's a really smart person who loves makeup, and I love that. I found a little tiny baby channel under 100 subscribers kind of recently. Ari Lynette. Oh, I hope I said that correctly. His videos are so fun to watch. He recently did a ColourPop bingo. I was just laughing through the whole video. The reason you don't see me talk too much about ColourPop is because I don't have the time to keep up with ColourPop. You know, I'm trying to run a skincare and makeup channel, which is exhausting in and of itself. When it comes to brand new releases, I can't keep up with ColourPop. I cannot, and so I just don't buy from them. It's sad. I know their quality is amazing, but I cannot keep up. I am feeling very pleased with this look so far. So this wig, this is a hard wig to wear because it's so heavy. It's funny because it doesn't even look like it, but it's really heavy. So I always put a headband on with it, and I actually stick the headband inside the wefts of the wig so it holds it in place. We're almost there with this look. We've got one step left. Let's do some lipstick. This one was gifted through Influencer, actually. This was I got a Voxbox for the first time in ages. This is the Dazed and Diffused Blurring Lipstick from NYX in the shade Day Drink. I'm gonna call it a dupe. Wait till you guys see it. So a chunky lip liner on one side and then the brush to diffuse it on the other. We're gonna call this a dupe for the Buxom Plumpline Lip Liners. I'm gonna say it's not as creamy as Buxom's. Buxom has such a good formula, but yeah, it still does the same task. You guys know the feeling of a well-accomplished end look where you look at everything and you're like, yes, it has come together so very well. That's me right now, and I know I said that my other video was going to be my last Get Ready With Me of the year. But you know, it is only really a Get Ready With Me if we do a recap at the end. So let's do that today. If we're going to play favorites, and I'm going to pick one, Maybelline. This blew my mind because it's the right size tip, easy to work with, dark from the very first line that you draw, no building up necessary, perfect size to hold. Physicians Formula, this little Butter Glow face palette is amazing because finally I can take these traveling. Finally, you have made the correct size and the shades inside are beautiful. I mean, it looks high end. It absolutely looks like a high end face palette on the skin. Alterego, this is the best experience I've ever had with an Alterego palette, I think because I finally figured out the way to apply these. This applied beautifully. It looks like a high-end palette on as well. Absolutely, absolutely. We have lived and learned to do I guess it's the Morphe technique, right? That's where I got it from. People said to apply the James Charles and what's her name, Jaclyn Hill. That's how out of touch I am. Those palettes with the darkest to lightest shades, and yeah, that worked wonders with this. Oh yeah, let me not forget, they did give me a code. I believe it's Alice10. I'll put it up on the screen if you want 10% off your Alterego order. All right, everything else. The Essence You Better Work mascara, fantastic. I'm worried about removing it, but I'm happy with the application. It's not budging at all, for the record. The I Heart Revolution Banana Split Primer, beautiful dupe for Becca. It's not going to become a favorite for me because I don't love those types of primers, but I'm glad I tried it. This NYX Born to Glow foundation, I really love the finish. I feel like it's already starting to betray me, but I'll have to monitor it throughout the day. But yeah, funny enough, the shade Warm Vanilla, which is actually the first warm shade I've bought, seems to be turning orange the least on me. I may never figure it out. I don't even know if brands will figure it out. Sometimes pigments do strange things on the skin. The Stay Assurance Concealer is something I gotta play around with more. I'll buy the right shade. This was $8. I'll buy the right shade. And then the NYX Dazed and Diffuse Lipstick, it's fine. I feel like I never have really strong opinions on lip products. I still like Buxom's more than this. And you can catch those on sale, so I don't know if I'll buy another one of these, but thanks, Influencer. So that is today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me your comments in the comments section below. Have you ever had a glitch work out for you? Have you ever had a glitch be canceled? Share your thoughts. And I'll see you guys next time.